everyone, hoping that you can see my scratch pad here where I wrote out what we're going to be doing this week. Okay, so our structure is the compound complex structure, which is 2 independent clauses and 1 dependent clause. I should say it's at least 2 independent clauses and at least 1 dependent clause. Our purpose is, we're going to go over every purpose, nothing specific this week. Our patterns are SVI and SVTDO. The part of speech that we're going to be looking at, we're going to be reviewing conjunctions. We're going to be looking at verbals, and we're going to be looking at infinitives. The verbal and infinitive chart is chart Q. So if you want to take that out, that would be fine. I just want to define what a verbal is. A verbal is a form of a verb, and I've written it here, used as an adjective, noun, or adverb. And an infinitive is to added to a verb used as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. So it's when you take a verb and you use it as another part of speech. And I'm going to be showing you some examples right now. Okay, I'll put this on pause and I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so I have an example here. The sentence reads, I need a song to sing. We're looking at verbals specifically. And the type of verbal we're looking at is an infinitive. I've redefined it here for you just to remind you. It's to plus a verb used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. So let's look at this sentence. I need a song to sing. So since we know that the infinitive is to plus a verb, I'm going to go ahead and circle the infinitive here, to sing. Now, we have to be detectives and kind of figure out, how is that being used? Is it being used as a noun, as an adjective, or as an adverb? I need a song to sing. So we can go ahead and parse this sentence. Who needs a song to sing? I. That is a subject pronoun. What is being said about I? I need. Need is the verb. Need what? Song. So that's our direct object. And which song? A song. So that's our article adjective, right? And to sing is telling us which song. I need a song to sing. So to sing is modifying song. So that's going to be used as an adjective. So when we go ahead and diagram the sentence, we're going to first, we'll do our cross, it's an SVT, VTDO sentence. So our subject pronoun is I. Our verb is need. Our direct object is song. Which song? A song, right? Which song? A song to sing. So since this is a verbal, this is the way we diagram it. We make little feet, and then we put kind of, it looks like a prepositional phrase diagramming. So the to goes on the, sing goes here, and the to goes on the slanted line. Okay, a little sloppy, but you can see that. Okay, so now we're going to do another example. Okay, here's another example using an infinitive. To dance is fun. Remember the definition of an infinitive, it's a type of verbal. It's a verb that is used as another part of speech in the sentence. So let's go ahead and parse out this sentence. What is fun? To dance. That is a verb, a verbal, because it's to dance, but it's acting as what? A noun, right? So this is our subject noun, right? What is being said about to dance? It is. That's our verb. It's what? It's fun, right? Can fun replace or describe to dance? The answer is yes. So what part of speech is that? It can describe it, right? So it's our predicate adjective, right? And this is a linking verb. Very good. So now I'll show you how to diagram this type of sentence, okay? So we're still going to make our horizontal and our vertical line. So our verb goes here. To dance is going to go on our feet, right? Right? So to is here, dance is here, and we have our slanted line for our predicate adjective, which is fun. And there you go. Pretty easy. Okay, we'll go to our next example now. Okay, with this next example, which is a little tricky, we're going to be practicing another kind of verbal called a gerund. I wrote down what the definition of a gerund is. It's also in your book and on your chart. It's a present participle verb used as a noun. We're also going to be using a conjunction in a very interesting way. We're going to be using it to show two prepositional phrases. So here's our sentence. I enjoy running in the morning and in the evening. So let's just parse this sentence. Who enjoys running in the morning and in the evening? I. That's our subject pronoun. What is being said about I? I enjoy, right? So that's our verb. I enjoy what? It's running. So that ends up being our direct object, even though it's a gerund, right? Because running is the present participle of the verb run. And then we've got here a transitive verb. Then looky here, we have in the morning and in the evening. Those are prepositional phrases which are telling us when. So they are actually telling us when. So I enjoy running. In the morning will be in is our preposition. Our object of our preposition is morning. And this is our article, right? Article adjective. And is our conjunction here, okay? And in the evening, we have here our preposition is in. Then the is our article adjective, and evening is the object of our preposition. Now this will be kind of fun to diagram. Believe it or not, this is still a simple sentence. It's still one independent clause. Just so you know, it's not complex, it's not compound, and it's not compound complex. This is a simple sentence, but there's a lot to it. So let's make our first set of lines, right? So let's go here. Okay. We're going to diagram I here where the noun goes. Our verb goes right here, as we've learned. Now, our direct object is running, and we can't just write it on the line because it's a gerund. It's a verb, the infinitive verb form used as a noun. So this is how we're going to show that. We put our little carrot legs here, stick up, and then we kind of make a step like this. And we just on a little bit of a curve from the corner of this step down, we're going to write running. Okay? And then, since in the morning and in the evening are both adjectival prepositional phrases giving us more information about the direct object, which is running, we have to diagram two prepositional phrases under here. So this is how we do this. We're going to put them both here. Right? So we diagram, we know how to do that already. This is the preposition. The object of the preposition goes here. And the article adjective goes here. And we do the same here. Preposition here. Object of the preposition goes here. And the article adjective comes down off of the object of the preposition. So to connect these two together with an and, we're just going to take a dotted line and we are going to write that across. We're going to put our dotted line here and we write and right on top of it. And that's the correct way to diagram the sentence. Okay? All right, hope that helped. We're going to now move on to diagramming and recognizing complex compound structures. Okay? Okay. This is a little tricky. I made up this sentence kind of mixing a bunch together, so hopefully I'll be able to get through it. I think I will. All right, so this is an example of a compound complex clause that also has a verbal in it. So we're gonna just try to get through this. So Jesus, who loves to help children, laughed, yet he sang songs to us. So let's be detectives. Let's try and find what are the two independent clauses in this compound complex sentence. I'm going to just give you a couple of seconds to look yourself before I give you the answer. Let's see. I'm going to look at it myself. Okay, so what I see here, I'm going to underline these in green, the independent clauses. Clue is always to look where the commas are. That'll help you. So I see here, Jesus laughed. That's one of my independent clauses. And then I see he sang songs to us. Now in blue, I'm going to underline the clause that's left, which is our dependent or subordinating clause, who loves to help children. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start parsing this sentence. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Let's see, let's get a small tip. Okay, now let's do our first independent clause. Jesus laughed. Pretty simple, right? Who laughed? Jesus. This is our subject noun. What is being said about Jesus? Jesus laughed. So this is our verb. It stops there, so it is actually intransitive, okay? Now let's look at our second independent clause. He sang songs to us. Who sang songs to us? He. Subject, pronoun. What is being said about he? He sang. Verb. He sang what? Songs. Okay, that's our direct object. What's left? To us. It's answering the question of who? To whom? So that is our prepositional phrase, and that we've got to give our preposition RP, and our object of our preposition is us. And this one is adjectival, giving us more information about songs. So it's adjectival. Okay? Let's look at this. Who loves to help children? Who loves to help children? Right? Who? So that's going to be our subject. What is being said about who? Loves. That is our verb. Loves what? To help children. This whole series is acting like a direct object, receiving the action of loves. So this is kind of like our direct object. It's actually a verbal. It's a prepositional phrase being used as a direct object. Isn't that interesting? So I'll show you how to diagram that in a moment. Okay? All right, great. So we're going to go ahead and start diagramming this sentence. All right. So the first part is going to be, we're going to diagram it up here. Jesus laughed. So we're going to, this one's pretty simple. Jesus goes here. Laughed goes here. Now, we are going to now bring our line down to our subordinating clause. So who loves to help children is giving us more information about Jesus. So guess what? That's, oh, I forgot to parse out yet. That's our conjunction. I know someone would have caught me on that. So we're going to write our dotted line down all the way down because we have to make room for another sentence too. So this is going to be who loves to help children. So let's see how we got to make this fit. So the who has to be here. So it's going to be who, right? Then loves. And our direct object is going to be like this. On these feet, And then we're going to kind of diagram like a prepositional phrase here. So it's to help and children. Not interesting. Because children is kind of like the direct object of our prepositional phrase. Isn't that interesting? Okay? So that's how that's diagrammed. Now we have to get, yet he sang songs for us. And that has to come off of laughed. And I kind of made a mess, so probably should have put who loves to help children lower, but I'm just going to squeeze this in. So we're going to, when we diagram our second independent clause, it comes off the verb, and we're going to make our little step stool here, and we're going to put yet here, and then he sang songs to us. So we're going to say our line here, right? So the yet has to go to, it has to connect to the other verb. I made a mistake, sorry. Yet, here we go. The he's going to be out here. Okay. He sang, and what did he sing? Songs. And we're going to fit this in here to us. And that's it. Okay? All right, great. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Okay, I'm going to put you back on pause a moment. Okay, before I finish this essentials video, I just wanted to show you some resources that are available for you to download and use this week. Okay, you've seen this before, the week 21 sheet, which has pretty much what we spoke about today, an assignment list. It even has some vocabulary, some things we talked about, conjunction, infinitive, verbal, compound, complex sentence, charts. There's spelling lesson here. There's so much great stuff here. They've got all the stuff that I showed you last week for spelling, then actually sheets for all of your sentences. They don't have the back part of the sheet, but they do have the front part. So you can have the kids also rewrite for structure and purpose in addition. And the editing exercise, which I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys, if you haven't started yet, please start working on editing exercises. You become really good writers as you edit other people's work. And then there's this really fun vocabulary for this week. So I'm going to go ahead and X out of this because I have some more things to show you. Also at CC Connected, I was up at the website. They have a whole list of essentials helps for this week. Please make use of it. It's so wonderful that it's there. So that should be something that's really helpful for you guys. And then this is my favorite because we learned infinitives this week and they could be totally confusing, but a mom, and it's up on CC Connected. It's on that first page that I showed you in the first video. It's one of the downloads. You can go right to that website and download it. I love this. She actually has examples of using infinitives in every which way and how to diagram them. So I know there are some of you moms that are going to love this because you guys have always the best questions and I always get stumped. But this will have this is great. So definitely avail yourself to this worksheet also, which is, again, at that connected page where you see week at a glance, and then for week 21, there are many, many different things you can print out. Okay, so I hope this all helped you today, and it was a lot of fun just parsing out sentences and diagramming with you. So God bless you all. Week 21, 22, 23, 3 more weeks after this week, and then we're done. I cannot even believe it. Stay safe. I am praying for you. Please pray for us. We've just heard about so many family members who've been affected by this terrible disease, and I just covet your prayers, and I am praying for you, and I love you all so much. Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye.